Today I want to talk to you about the importance of pacing in order to sound natural and believable in your voiceovers.
Every moment is a teachable moment.
Pacing to me, in terms of sounding believable and authentic and natural, is one of the most important things that you can think about when you are trying to deliver your voiceover script. Why? Because when we speak authentically and we speak in a very natural manner, our pacing is all over the place. It's not consistent by any stretch of the imagination, because you'll notice that even as I'm talking to you here, I am thinking about what I'm going to say, and then I'm saying it, and okay, now I'm going to tell you about it. And sometimes I want to lead you into the story, so I'll slow it down a little bit. I don't want to keep anything too consistent, because anything too consistent becomes very, very predictable. And if I talk to you in a very predictable tone, and I do so for a very long time, I'm going to start to sound robotic. Ooh, I just paused. And I was trying to sound more robotic than that. But anyways, when you are delivering your script, don't feel that it's necessary to just word after word after word after word after word, because a lot of times that's really what it sounds like when you're reading to me, because you can read from left to right and you execute, and you're a good reader, which most of us are who are in voice acting. We're a good reader, so we can read very consistently. That doesn't always translate into sounding the most natural, because again, when I'm talking to you right now, I will take a pause. I will talk quickly, and then sometimes I'll talk a little bit slower, and sometimes I'll make my words really long, and sometimes I'll just get to the point really quick. When you are voicing a script, you need to take pacing into consideration. So don't feel as though you have to just go from one line to the next line to the next line. Again, because you have the words in front of you, you know what the storyline is. You know what's happening. However, the person listening to you does not know what's happening. And so you need to really just keep them engaged, keep them along the storyline, and you don't want to just get into a predictable beat or a predictable melody, because that way it's kind of like white noise, and your listener will start to kind of maybe doze off, and you don't want that. Keep in mind that when you are reading your script, don't read your script. Read it ahead of time, analyze it ahead of time, understand what your storyline is, and then tell it. Really, with your pacing, you're kind of doing a lot of things first. You're reading that line ahead of time so you know what it is the story is of that sentence, and you know what you need to say, and that way you can say it in a very believable pacing. You can say it in a very believable manner, which would not sound very consistent like a robot, unless they're calling for a robot. So for more performance tips, make sure to check out my videos here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week.